If you don't know how to start your essay for Paper 1 English Literature, watch this. So I'm going to be focusing on AQA, and you can find past papers on the AQA website or just searching it in Google. I often use physics and maths tutor. So you can see, you click on that and you've got all the past papers for English Literature Paper 1. Also, you can just find other ones. Schools often post their own made up ones. For example, here they've created their own resources. So in the exam, you get something like this. You get for paper 1, if you're studying a Shakespeare text and 19th century novel, both of them will be like this. You get an extract from the whole play, and you get a question based on it. First thing to do is find out what is the question really about. It says, how does Shakespeare present Macbeth as a powerful character? We can underline that, and then we can see what is the extract. It says Act 1, Scene 2, so it's right at the beginning. It's when Macbeth and Banquo were fighting the Norwegian invasion against the rebel army. So then you've got the extract. So what you want to do is find one or two quotes from the extract that show Macbeth is powerful or not powerful, as long as it links to the question. So this is that early scene when he's described as brave Macbeth, and that his sword was smoking with bloody execution. He's also called Valor's minion, carving out a passage. So I would use that brave Macbeth, that adjective brave, and Valor's minion carved out the passage, that metaphor, and the fact that the verb carved. And this is how he's presented early on. So in the extract, yeah, he's powerful, he's violent, he's fearless, and he's very brave. So I would say that. Now you want to link it to quotes outside of this extract, what you can remember. So any quotes from outside the extract. For example, we could say, I might start to show how he's actually shown to be not that powerful in the way that Lady Macbeth dominates him. So when she says, when you dare do it, then you are a man. I fear he's too full of the milk of human kindness. So I would say in that way, we can see that his wife actually has more power over him. And I would say, actually, yeah, as the play develops, he becomes less in control and has less power. So he says, full of scorpions is my mind. And finally, his last resort is going to the witches. He says, I will go to the weird sisters again. He has nowhere to turn. So we'll have about 3 paragraphs now. The first paragraph is about the extract. He's powerful, he's brave, he's fearless early on. The second paragraph is about the middle or a bit later. He's shown to be powerless in his relationship with Lady Macbeth. And the final paragraph, as the play develops, as it goes to the end, he has no power over his fate. He loses all control. And that's all we need to do. So I want you guys to, once you've learnt your quotes, you understand the themes, look at extracts and practice. Understand the question, try to get some quotes from the extract, and try to link it to quotes that you have memorized, that you know. You don't need to memorize every quote. You can make the quotes you know work for you. Try to plan 3 paragraphs, and even more practice, write a full essay, and you'll feel completely ready for the exam on Monday.